Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
We go tonight. 120. Get the ball.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple of years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. On second and 1. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he got blown up.
At the 44-yard line.
Black 20. Black 44. Pick me up. Here we go. Done. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check that.
On second and 12. Goff pulling up top for Cup. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
5.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
Hey, exit. Mike, 44.
From the gun, he's gone. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taylor now returning it. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 16. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slip.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
I'm coming. Regular. Rush in.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Good. 180. Oh, yeah. Hurry. Here we go again. Tight dog.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed scheme going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Pistol. Yeah, Mike. It's gonna run. Yeah, that's gonna be a long.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Able to find Harris, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Mark 50. Here we go.
And Mayfield just getting the play up. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
After the interception, here's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA. Brandon Cooks taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Alert, 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 alert. Kings, Kings, Kings.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Regular, regular, regular.
Show it up.
Up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Well, good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Well, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 22, Mayfield. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Mayfield and his Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. His throw incomplete. Gerald Everett is tying in the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
58, right over there. Go. 58, right there. Come on out here. Come
now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
44 to Mike. 44.
Out of the gun. Gone. Going for the deep ball. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37.
Here we go.
A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 41 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a proper handles from the Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Demarius Randall. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them.
He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really heard the Saints fans on that one, didn't you? Sorry. They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
X3, 218, chopper.
I got one.
1st down, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abuka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, orbit.
Mike, 58, right there. Defense wins championships, man.
What's that?
Mayfield down. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Keep getting the ball.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
42 yards on the play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And Allen run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
First down, Rams.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Delayed give going to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Come on! Right 20! Check, check! Man out, man out, man out, man out!
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go!
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit offensively. They're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come out here in the air.
Silver!
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check!
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, tonight! 44, Mike, hold up!
Now it's gone. Off the field goal. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Just left of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
Watch the edge! Watch the twist! Watch the twist!
Mayfield on 1st down. To the right side, he's got Landry. incomplete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Danny.
What's that?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
It's going to be a long day. Check 99. Check 99. Tighten up.
What's that? What's that?
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they've got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in the...
And now look at him go. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 56 yards on the ground.
At the 19-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Quick the edge. Come.
Cut.
Joker. Hey, watch it.
Kings. That's it.
Chubb. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Well, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go.
Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go play action with Gurley. Now go. And he's going to be taken down. Got the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Todd Gurley, 82 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Hey, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third manageable with that run.
On third down, Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a push in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Got 120. 44.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Powering Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. 20, 10, touchdown LA. Todd Gurley with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Shit. Watch out.
Now Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? That's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Super. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go.
Another carry now for Gurley. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Check me out. Check. Lucky.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw it. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
180. 58, come on. Watch twist.
Here's Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
Watch that leverage on this drive. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Patton, I think the defensive fellas got the memo. and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. To return is Taylor. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
58 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Kill. Check 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
I'm coming after you. Bang, 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 bang.
To throw, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry!
A toss play to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I'm coming for you. You
Throwing, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check curls. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Alert 3.
Mayfield will throw for it on 4th. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 20.
Watch the slant.
A shotgun snap to go. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Good job.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. You take it right on the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
58, come on. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. No desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
58, boys. 58. Come on.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Shoot. Watch out.
Now Mayfield. And he can't get it thrown off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I'm going to hit you all day.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball.
In the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.